This issue of Nnamdi Kanu, it is a case that, in fact, every day things happen, every day secrets open, and every day Nigerian keep having problem international, and they causing themselves more pain and more problem on themselves. This news is about the Yoruba man that he have ordered the courts. He have said the courts on Motosho that the time have come for them to release Nnamdi Kanu. And they being it is somebody like the Yorubas or the Hausa that beard Musa or any other name from any, then they would have reason. But why is Nnamdi Kanu case is a different case? In fact, this video is full of a lot of information and a lot of things to review to you. And I would like you to watch the video to the end. Don't skip any part of it because, in fact, it really explain. And these are different activists that explain the whole thing that happens in the video. So he explained a lot of things. So don't skip any part of it because the video will tell you a lot that has been going on in Nigerian government and in between the issue of Nnamdi Kanu. Because if you can see very well, you will see that Nnamdi Kanu have no case to answer. Even though the case that he submitted last week concerning why the courts is still holding him, why the DSA they are still holding him for not committing anything, that the court should answer some questions which none of the judge want to answer, and now he have filed a case to the Supreme Court, to the Supreme Court of Nigeria, for them to clarify to him what is really going on in Nigerian judicial system, that they want to imprison him by all means. In fact, stay beside and watch the video to the end. As you're about to watch, like, subscribe, and share the videos to go around, like others see what is really going on in Nigeria. Thank you for watching.
Just because this guy, I keep saying it is because it is Nnamdi Kanu. If he was a Musa or a Kunle, it would have been different. And that is the issue for me. You cannot have people.
Today we're talking about a very important story that is making headlines across Nigeria. The Federal High Court in Abuja has fixed November 20th to give judgment in the trial of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB. This trial has been going on for a while now, with a lot of twists and turns, and it is one of the most watched cases in the country right now. People are talking, debates are going on, and everyone is wondering what will happen on that day. Before we dive deeper, if you enjoy clear news and updates like this, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. That way, you will always get reliable updates when new developments come out. Now, let's break down the situation in simple terms. Nnamdi Kanu is facing charges related to terrorism and broadcasting offenses. Over the months,
his legal team has argued that some parts of the case are not valid, questioning whether the laws used against him are correct, and even challenging certain medical reports about his health. These are important because they affect whether the trial is fair and if it is being conducted properly. The court, however, has said that Kanu must follow the proper procedures, and the judge has made it clear that certain legal questions will be answered when judgment is delivered on November 20th. The prosecution says they have enough evidence to continue the trial, while the defense continues to challenge some of the points in the case. It's also important to understand the wider picture. This trial is not just about one person. It touches on deep issues in Nigeria, questions about...
Just because this guy, I keep saying it is because it is Nnamdi Kanu. If he was a Musa or a Kunle, it would have been different. And that is the issue for me. You cannot have people who shot at a sitting governor, convoy, who granted press conference to destabilize the country, moving freely, and then you have one man. What did he do that is different from what Gumi have done? What did he do that is different from the past governor of Zamfara State?
Detained Biafra gone to the appeal courts. Everybody were beginning to look forward to the November 20 judgment. But surprisingly, first of all, going to the appeal courts, will that yield anything for Kanu? And secondly, Justice Kolawole Omotosho has been fingered to be a very notorious judge when it comes to controversial rulings. So, what are we to expect between now and the 20th? Will the appeal court in some way save Nnamdi Kanu?
I think talking about Justice James Omotosho, I've had a fair share. I've appeared before him. I've been to his court. And of course, the sentiment that people express are there. And oftentimes, judges and lawyers hide behind the fact that they are human and they are not infallible. But it is not enough reason to give certain kind of judgment when you have the laws before you. They seem to close their eyes and do certain bidding. That's why people feel they are most time being political in their judgment. So for Kanu, it is within his right to appeal. And that was the reason why he elected to defend himself. People were afraid. They said, no, why will you disband your law team? But I know it was a strategic move. You can see the litany of ACCs presented, showed that he's in touch with his lawyers. They are giving him good brief. But on this current issue, it is very sad for me, the whole narrative, the way it is going. I watched him when he went to submit his dissent in the Supreme Court appeal. You can see the people cheering, relating with him. And those are not Igbos, those are not IPO, those are Nigerians from Yoruba, from Hausas, cheering him up. It gets to show the federal government should sit up with this case and stop playing politics. They should look at the matters of the law. It cannot be because of one man. Nnamdi Kanu is not more important than 8 other Nigerians out there. So they should treat this case with caution. Look at the laws. What does your law say? And just effect it.
And then has he committed the crimes that
has
you
he
claim?
Committed the crime? In fact, I just had to go through the Terrorism Prevention Act, that one Prohibition Act, as amended 2011, 2010, later 2022. And from here, it says that they, of course, expanded the jurisdiction of those acts to show even those who support terrorism, those who harbor terrorism, those who prevent arrests of terrorists and all that. And we see them all over the place. So what is federal government doing about this? You cannot tell me just because this guy, I keep saying it, it is because it is Nnamdi Kanu. If he was a Musa or a Kule, it would have been different. And that is the issue for me. You cannot have people who shot at a sitting governor, convoy, who granted press conference to destabilize the country, moving freely, and then you have one man. What did he do that is different from what Gumi have done? What did he do that is different from the governor of Zamfara State, who was fingered to buy vehicles we received, shown by the current governor? And these things are in the desk of Mr. President. The current Minister for State of Defense is a terrorist, has supported terror. I didn't say so. There's a white paper before Mr. President by the sitting governor, who said he produced receipts where this young man bought vehicles for bandit. How about them? There are sitting senators who have harbored terrorists in their house. And where are they? Because they are not Nnamdi Kanu, their names are not.
Even the bandits have confessed that because
the bandits have confessed. So what are we talking about? So I want to say an appeal to Mr. President and all our learned judges. They should stop taking Nigerians for granted. There are over 180 million Nnamdi Kanu on the street, and we are not happy. What is the common cause with Nnamdi Kanu? We are talking of justice. We are talking of fairness and equity and good governance. If there is good governance and fairness and equity, nobody will be talking about Biafra. It is because we have made one life more important than the other. Please, they should do the needful. We are waiting. Whether Justice Omotosho deliver judgment or whether it goes political or not, it doesn't concern us. But I can tell them this will raise over 120 million Nnamdi Kanu on the street of Nigeria. We are all interested in November 20.
About fairness, justice, and how the law treats different people. Across the country, people are talking about whether everyone is treated equally, whether justice is the same for everyone, and whether institutions can be trusted to act fairly. And here comes another important angle. There is the question of Sheikh Ahmad Gumi, a religious leader known for intervening with armed groups in Nigeria. Some people see him as helping to mediate and prevent violence, while others criticize him for working too freely without enough accountability. People are now asking, if someone like Gumi can operate freely in society, shouldn't the same standard apply to others, like Nnamdi Kanu? It's a fair question about justice and equality, and it's something Nigerians are discussing widely. Remember, as we talk about these issues, it is important to stay calm and focused on facts. Violence and rumors only make situations worse. If you agree, hit the like button again and make sure you subscribe so you can get updates that are based on facts, not hearsay. On November 20th, several outcomes are possible. The court could uphold the prosecution's case, which might lead to a conviction, or the court could find that parts of the case are not legally valid, which might lead to dismissal or even a release. There's also a chance the court could give a mixed decision, which could be appealed later. Each of these outcomes will have a big impact, not only on Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB supporters, but also on public trust in Nigeria's legal system. The key point is this: people across the country are watching because they want to know if justice is applied fairly. They want to see fairness, equity, and transparency. That's why discussions comparing the treatment of different public figures like Sheikh Gumi and Nnamdi Kanu are so important. It is not just politics. It is about confidence in the law and in leadership. So while we wait for the judgment, it is important for everyone to remain calm, to follow the news responsibly, and to base opinions on facts. Do not share unverified information. Discuss the facts and the law, not rumors or emotions. If you're following this story, now is the time to engage responsibly. Comment below. What do you think will happen on November 20th? Will it calm tensions or make things worse? Let's discuss, and remember to keep your comments respectful, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you can join the discussion and get updates when the court announces its decision. This story is ongoing. Brace her.
And the next few weeks are very important. Keep watching and following verified news sources. The outcome of this trial is bigger than just one person. It's about how justice, fairness, and equality work in Nigeria.
Oh yes, it is very nice that many people have started rising up and they have started seeing the main thing Nnamdi Kanu is talking about Nigerian system, and the main reason why he's agitating for Biafra. And maybe Nigeria is a place where justice is being done, is being served to people who deserve it. Nobody would have been coming out to agitate or to say they want to leave a country, they want to leave and create another country. It's because of the country everybody is staying. Is issue of injustice, maltreatment, nepotism, and a lot of things against one section of a country, which you claim that they are also part of a country. So all those things is part of it. And I love what this Yoruba man said, that everybody is still watching to be seen, and they will not allow Omotosho to do what is not needful. They will not allow it because everybody is still watching him for him to deliver the judgment on that day. Then he will see more than 20,000 of Nnamdi Kanu that will pull out on the streets, because you cannot hold somebody and pin him and leave others that have committed a lot of crime that is even worse than Nnamdi Kanu's crime, which Nnamdi Kanu did not commit any crime. The only crime he commits is that he's agitating for Biafran freedom, and he's talking about the Biafran people freedom. That is the only crime he committed. He did not shoot anybody. He did not kill anybody. He did not send anybody to kill anybody or to buy anybody. But see yet you are still holding him for doing nothing. So all those saying, it is something that everybody in the country and the outside the country is watching Nigeria for them to see what Nigeria will do. Because if they do it right, everybody will say kudos to them. If they do it wrong, they will also tell them this one, they do it wrong. So I will allow you to watch this video where Nnamdi Kanu submit the case, the Supreme case, the file, which is submitted on the Supreme Court. So don't go anywhere, don't skip any part, try to watch it to the end. Then we'll come back to explain more about it.
7 ekwesịghị.
Okay. It has been submitted.
I submitted. So when you're not in her office,
okay.
So this is the thing. They give a directive that count 7 doesn't exist in law. So that
The prosecution should
should amend it, change it. It doesn't exist.
They refuse.
I still play to that 740 law.
Yes, it was an error.
It's not an error, big error. So I want them to correct
That
it.
was one of the motions we asked, that appeal should be set aside.
That's right.
And it has not been heard.
All right, my people, we have a very serious breaking news, and this one is already shaking Abuja from the top to the bottom. I want you to pay close attention because what happened today is not ordinary. And as usual, before we continue, make sure you like and subscribe, because what we're about to reveal will open your eyes to things the mainstream media will never explain to you. Now let's go straight into it. Today being the 13th of November 2025, something happened that has never happened since this entire trial began. Nnamdi Kanu, inside the DSS custody under strict restrictions, under surveillance, and barely allowed to even file simple documents, was physically taken to the Supreme Court of Nigeria, not Federal High Court, not Court of Appeal, the Supreme Court. And he went there with one mission, to personally submit a letter to the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kudirat Kekere Ekun, asking the Supreme Court to discontinue his terrorism trial immediately. My people, this is not a small move. When a detainee bypasses every lower court and goes straight to the top of the judicial food chain, it means one thing. Something is not adding up, and he wants the highest court in the land to take responsibility for what they started. Because let's be honest, the entire problem started from the Supreme Court's controversial ruling of December 15th, 2023. And what Kanu is asking today is simple. If the Supreme Court says I should be tried, then the Supreme Court should also answer one question: under which law am I being tried? This is the same question Justice Omotosho has been avoiding, the same question the prosecution has been dancing around, the same question DSS keeps blocking him from filing. And now he has forced that question straight to the doorstep of the Chief Justice. This alone is enough to cause panic. Because Kanu is not saying free me. He is not saying reduce my charges. He is saying, you people used a repealed law to send me back to trial. Correct your mistake. Now let me explain the weight of this so you understand it clearly. This terror law they used to remand him, the 2013 Terrorism Act, has been dead since May 12th, 2022. Buhari repealed it and replaced it with the 2022 Act. No savings clause. Meaning once the new law came in, the old one ceased to exist. It became a legal corpse. No judge can touch it. No prosecutor can revive it. No court can act on it. Yet the Supreme Court used it. And now the defense team has come back full force, calling out the entire foundation of the case. They said point blank that anybody claiming Kanu has a case to answer does not understand the law. They said the 2013 Act no longer exists and cannot sustain prosecution. They said the Federal High Court lacks jurisdiction because Kanu was abducted from Kenya without extradition. They referenced the Kenyan High Court judgment confirming the illegal rendition. They reminded Nigeria of the Court of Appeal ruling that discharged him on the same basis. And for the first time, they made it very clear that what is happening is not a trial. It is a legal theater built on an illegal foundation. Now here's where it gets even more serious. This move today directly affects the November 20th judgment. Because if the Supreme Court agrees that the law used is invalid, the entire trial collapses overnight. If the Supreme Court admits it made a per incuriam decision, the ruling of 2023 becomes a nullity. If they refuse to answer the question, it exposes something far deeper. And this is why DSS rushed Kanu today with officials surrounding him tightly. They know the implication of what he is doing. It also explains why the president's aide quickly came out to say Tinubu will not interfere, that the case is in court, that the president is abiding by the rule of law. That statement was not random. It was strategic.
it is distancing the presidency from whatever way this matter goes. Because once you walk into the Supreme Court with a document challenging their own ruling, you are not just attacking the trial, you are attacking the credibility of the judiciary. This is not something they can sweep under the carpet. Stay with me, because in a moment, we're going to break down exactly what this move means for the 20th of November, how it could delay the judgment, how it could disrupt it, or how it could force the court to change course entirely.
Yeah, that is it. We are waiting to see what Omotosho and his team will do on that 20th of this November. So everybody is waiting to see him and to see how he's going to do it. And the script which the presidency have already given to him to do. So I would like to hear your comments down below. Like, subscribe, and share the video to go around. Let others see things really happening in Nigeria. Thank you for watching.